let's dive right into it. um, what am I going to talk about in this episode? What do I feel like talking about? Actually, yeah, here we go. Here's a really good idea. This is what I'll talk about. So my sweetheart and I, we were out on a walk yesterday, kind of like late in the evening. And I thought about something that could be very beneficial for me. And I figured why not explore it. I didn't really think about like doing a video about it, but I thought about something that I could use to kind of like deconstruct the hell out of like, if you really want to know yourself, you've got to dig. You're not going to know yourself unless you dig. You've got to dig into your shit. You've got to dig into your belief systems. You've got to deconstruct the shit out of everything. And you're not going to see yourself clearly until you actually dive into everything and just like dig up the fucking skeletons. Like, consider your shit. Consider your unhappiness. Consider your belief systems. Consider all that stuff to be like, it's like a trauma, of course. It's like a crime scene. It's like a fucking crime scene, right? And you're like a fucking I like this actually. You're like a serial killer, right? You're just like, you're fucking, you know, there are multiple bodies, right? And you know, you've it's the way that I'm trying to approach this is like your life and your shit, your trauma, your bullshit, your patterns, your belief systems, everything is like a crime scene, because the way that you need to approach this of understanding yourself is that the very reason why you're not happy, the very reason why you're depressed, the very reason why you're fucking stagnant, the very reason why all of this stuff is going on is because every day you wake up, you're sacrificing your potential. It's murder. You're fucking killing all potential. And that's just the way that it is. And so like the way you want to look at it is, here's actually a really interesting way to look at it. There is I'm going to get more into what I was just talking about, but I want to kind of like take a second to acknowledge an entrepreneur that I follow. His name's Tom Bilyeu, and sometimes on Instagram he posts a picture of it's like this scene from Scooby-Doo where like there's a bag on someone's head and they're about to find out who the fuck it is. And it's a meme that's like, all right, time to find out who's behind all my problems. And then it's like you take off the bag and then it's just another you. If you have the audacity to think that anyone else is responsible for your shit, you're losing. That's all that it is. That's all there is to it. So now to jump back into the whole idea of like this crime scene and like all right, you're gonna, you know, you got this going on, like they've dug up multiple bodies and stuff. There are skeletons and I'm using this as a metaphor. There's nothing real about this, obviously, but I'm using this as a metaphor to show how just what's really going on metaphorically in people's lives when you wake up consistently on a daily basis and you're just carrying the same shit from yesterday, from weeks ago, from months ago, from years ago, and it's dictating the energy of your life moving forward. Again, trauma, patterns, cycles, beliefs, all that stuff. It's a fucking wall, and you're not seeing it clearly, so let's dive more into that thing. This whole metaphor of the crime scene thing is just like, all right, you are killing your potential. Like, every day that you give into these belief systems, these patterns, these, every day that you don't approach your trauma and try to fucking do something about it, you're killing your potential. That's all. Every day that you remain unaware of yourself and you don't see yourself clearly or strive to see yourself clearly even a bit more each day, you're killing your fucking potential. So, you know, the work is fucking hard. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So what I'm suggesting here is, I'm not gonna, basically the conclusion that I came to, the practice that I want to do, and I'm not going to, I will not dive into that which, or those things which I am considering creating or pursuing, but what I will dive into here is the process, the kind of like diving into self and everything, right? So I was looking at what it is that I'm, not just one thing, by the way, multiple things that I'm creating here. And I've had multiple people in the past tell me to pick one fucking thing and stick with it. But anyway, that's a different story. I'm thinking specifically about one person right now. I'm not going to say his name. But we're in a different day and age now, and just things are different now. So yeah. Anyway, I started to mention this thing which I'm considering doing to my sweetheart yesterday, and I stopped mentioning it because I'm just gonna do it and see how it goes. Yeah. So here's the thing. Regarding what it is that you're planning on pursuing, right? You have belief systems regarding whether or not you can do it. You have belief systems that serve you and belief systems that limit you, right? The intention here with this practice, with this process, is to dive into those belief systems and be like, okay, like, for instance, let's take, I don't know, let's take a degree in business, for instance, right? You have the desire to pursue a degree in business, right? But for some reason, you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel deserving of it, right? And so with that, that's a wall right there. That's a belief system. What's the belief system? I'm not worthy of it. I'm not worthy of a degree in business. I'm not deserving of a degree in business. And it goes deeper than that. It's not just that. It goes way deeper than that. Why am I not deserving or worthy of a degree in business? Okay, well, one of the reasons is because I have money blockages. Oh, okay. What else? I've never started a business before, so I have no experience. Who the fuck's gonna, if I'm looking for investors, who the fuck's gonna care? Like, it's just that there's nothing there. These are all belief systems that stop you from pursuing. And the crazy thing here is that many people actually have belief systems. What they want and what they believe they deserve are two different things. You can want a business degree all you want, right? But what you believe you're worth based on that want is two opposite. Like, okay, I want a degree in business. A learned belief system that says, who the fuck are you to deserve, or who the fuck are you to be worthy of, pursuing a business degree? There are no investors out there that are going to give a fuck about you. Somebody else is going to pursue the idea of that which you're trying to go into business for, in terms of brand, in terms of product, right? It's not going to work for you. Just take the safe route. Go do something. Like your parents have told, your teachers, everyone has told you It's just not going to work out for you. Money doesn't grow on trees. Who the fuck makes you, what the fuck makes you believe that you're worthy of it? And just kind of like diving deeper into the, I like the metaphor of like the crime scene, because it's relevant. It's like yeah, you are the murderer of your potential. You are killing your every single day that you're not fucking consider it this way. You have to fucking axe pick the shit out of this. Like like you haven't even brushed surface material yet. You have to axe pick the shit out of this to get a clear picture of what is actually going on here. And there's a lot. There's a like all right, skeletons, like just a lot there. Like you have to dig into the shit. Like okay, what are my belief systems regarding my feelings of lack of deserving or lack of worth, lack of being worthy of a business degree, right? You explore these ideas of, I don't believe that I'm worth it. Okay, well, why don't you believe that you're worth it? I don't believe that I'm worth it because I was told that business is hard and you should just take the safe route. I was told that money doesn't grow on trees, and because of and one of the really cool things about this is that like you can go really fucking deep with this. Like you can just dive really deep. And it's going to be uncomfortable because a greater portion of people don't want to face their shit, right? They don't want to dive into the nasty nitty-gritty shit of, we are an avoidance based society. We're not we're not resilient when it comes to diving into our shit. We're not. So therefore, it's going to be very challenging for a lot of people to pursue that route. But kind of just like, okay, I am not worthy of I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving of a business degree. Okay, so why? Well, because I was taught growing up that money doesn't grow on trees. I was taught growing up that that 99.99% of businesses fail, right? Okay, so dive into that. Money doesn't grow on trees. The translation of that is scarcity. There's not an abundance of it out there. There's not a whole lot of it out there. Is that true? No. Not even close. Do 99.99% of businesses actually fail? I would argue that a far majority of them don't regularly succeed, but that doesn't mean it's kind of like this idea of like entrepreneurial DNA, right? Like, do you have the capacity to do what the fuck you need to do on a daily basis to get what it is that you're looking for? Well, you're a human being just like everyone else does, and if this motherfucker did it, then who's to say you can't do it? Right? So it's really diving into the nitty-gritty. Like don't you will do yourself a profound, one of the most profound disservices you will do beyond having a limiting belief system is taking that shit at face value. Don't take anything at face, not one single thing in your life take at face value. Don't. Question everything. You want to get really good fucking results in life? Question the shit out of everything. That's how you get further and further. So yeah, just, sit in meditation, write everything out, just get it out, get it all out there, because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of things that are left unaware of. There's a lot of things that sit in the fucking shadows. And becoming aware of those things will only benefit you. Remember, you can't do anything about what you're not aware of. It's kind of like shadow work. So yeah, dive into the shit and see what you find.